What is going on, LEGO investors? So today we're going to look at a set that's coming out that is pretty decent. I don't know if I'm going to invest in this. I need to hear your thoughts and opinions. It's definitely a solid looking set. It looks a little weird with how just the design of the ship is, but we've had some previous sets like this and some of them have done pretty decent. So I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on this set. I definitely want to hear your thoughts and opinions. Comment down below will definitely help the channel, help the community. So let's dive into it. Today we're talking about the Rebel U-Wing Starfighter. This is item number 75399. This set is 594 pieces. You get 455 LEGO Insider points, and it retails for $70. This set comes out May 1st, 2025. So $70 for this set is rough. This should be probably a $50 set. I mean, 60 would have been even better than this, but I don't know. LEGO is just pushing it with these pricing, and it really, I think, is just annihilating some sets. But I think in the end, it's just unfortunately working out for them, but it's catching up with them. So I think they're pushing these higher prices because then the sale prices are a lot higher than if they would price them lower. So ultimately in their end, they're getting more. But I think stores are getting really, really frustrated because LEGO sets are really struggling to sell. They were struggling to sell before. Now in today's environment, they're really struggling. And they're pretty much having to offer discounts and sales all the time to clear out inventory. So Starfighters, I typically do not like Starfighters, the cheaper ones. The more expensive ones kind of like this, I'm more inclined to invest in. The cheaper Starfighters, like the $40 ones, the $30 ones, those I avoid at all cost because they just remain on the shelf for like 5 years because how much inventory and how much they struggle to sell, and just the end inventory isn't worth it. It's not investing in it. I know a lot of you and a lot of people on Facebook have invested in Starfighters in the past and got burned. So we'll take a look at some of those old ones that have done really, really well and compare these. So this U-Wing Starfighter is a part of the Andor sub-theme. So Andor, I want to say, in comparison to all the other Star Wars shows, Andor is probably the top one. There's parts that I liked, but overall, still disappointed in today's Star Wars universe. So this set comes with 4 minifigures that you should be aware of, and those 4 minifigures are Andor, Miro, ISB Tactical Agent, and K2SO, the awesome droid. So let's take a look at some of the Andor sets that we've gotten so far, which has really been shockingly low. I would have expected we've gotten a ton of Andor sets with how well the show has done in comparison to others. So we've got a set that is also coming out, but we've pretty much got the Ambush on Ferrix, which I think we've gotten a few more Andor sets. Why are they not showing up in Brick Economy? Well, actually, maybe all we've gotten is the Ambush on Ferrix, and I did not like this set. I know a lot of you really, really liked it, but I just couldn't get behind it. I think it was too expensive. I think the ship is ultimately an ugly ship. And it retailed for $70. Again, the $70 price range. This is getting common with LEGO, and it's becoming kind of a hassle. Like I said, it's kind of destroying sets. This set was 679 pieces. You get 3 minifigures. The minifigures are surprisingly doing awesome. Has a value of $43.12. All of them are exclusive, which is what you want to see when you're investing. So we got Andor, $14.69, Luthen, $15.18, and the Deputy Inspector, $13.25. So really decent. I'm happy with those minifigures. But yeah, I mean, people, with the price of it, you're probably buying it for the minifigures, not the ship. I think the ship is just an ugly looking ship. And then you got the speeder with it also. So we've got some previous U-Wing sets out already. Let's take a look and see what we're dealing with. Oh, and I should say the design of this ship is pretty decent. I don't like how skinny it is. It just looks funny with how skinny it is. That's the really only thing I dislike about it. I love the color. I love the blue and white and the gray. It's really, really solid. But let's take a look at the previous U-Wing Starfighters. So we got item number 911946. This one is a magazine gift. This one has a value of $3.69. We've got the item number 75155. This is the Rebel U-Wing Starfighter. This one retail for $80 and has a value of $239.02. So this was a grand slam investing. That's a growth of 198.8%. This one is 659 pieces. So it's a little bit bigger. You get 5 minifigures, which we'll check out. Maybe it's the minifigures that are doing awesome in that. But this is a part of Rogue One in comparison to Andor. And then we've got item number 30496. This U-Wing Starfighter, retail for $4, value of $7.99. And then item number 75160. Retail for $10, value of $20.07. And then we've got ours. So I'm really hoping ours can pull something like this one. But honestly, in today's environment, I don't think it will. I think after looking kind of at everything, I think our set will probably sell maybe $70 to $80 if we're lucky. So you have to get it on a big discount. For me to feel comfortable investing in this Starfighter, it would have to be probably $40, $35 to $40, which I don't know if we're going to get that price. So let's take a look at some previous Starfighters because they've done really, really well. And don't be deceived. I just want to show you that there's a ton of Starfighters. We are never going to get like this again. This was a different time, before COVID time. These were limited prints. They were out for maybe a max 2 years, so it was a much different environment. Nowadays, the production rates, I would probably say, are probably like 6 times more than what they were back in the day. I mean, probably maybe even 10 times more. It's insane. Well, we got General Grievous's Starfighter, retail for $50, value of $172. Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter, the old one, retail for $100, value of $357. We got the ARC 170 Starfighter, retail for $60, value of $425. Like, I wish, and LEGO can do this, and I just don't understand why they do not. Start limiting the production. Take retirements down to a year. You'll see a drastic decrease. And I know a lot of you, or a lot of haters will say, they're not, LEGO's not doing it just for the investors. Well, you know what? Investors make videos about these sets. Investors talk about these sets. The amount of advertising we give LEGO and just, it's gotta be just hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe even billions of dollars. So a strong secondary market can really help the primary or first market, whatever you want to call it, the retail market. I truly believe that. Just look at Pokemon. Like, if the first series didn't do well, if they weren't worth gobs and gobs of money, nobody would be talking about the new sets because those wouldn't be worth money. But it's the thrill of the chase, that hoping that you're going to hit it big, just like the first series. And that just equates to so much marketing and benefits to the company, in my opinion. But we're going to get those hater comments. I'm sure of it. I know it. They're always there. That's why I always ask for like and a comment, because it really offsets the people that hate on this channel, which there are a lot of haters. But anyways, I digress. Back to the A-Wing Starfighter, retail for $200, value of $300. These are the UCS versions, but the much smaller ones. Like, here's a modern day one. The Resistance X-Wing Starfighter, retail for $20, value of $21.29. The Mandalorian Starfighter, retail for $60, value of $64.96. Yoda's Jedi Starfighter, retail for $24.99, value of $34.27. So yeah, it's just, you see the price difference, and that is due to production levels. And I think that's really going to be the downfall of this one. So I just don't think I'm going to invest in it because I don't think it's going to really hit a price that I like. So I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this set. Do you think this is going to be a good investment? Are you going to buy it on sale? While you're commenting down below, I will go over some of these sets on eBay that we looked at. So we got item number 75155, the Awesome Rebel Starfighter, brand new, $250, pre-owned, $147.50, 26 bids. That's very strong. 160 pre-owned, $250 brand new plus 20 delivery, 130 open, 233, 31 bids, 250. That is awesome. I mean, this, shout out if you bought any of these. I would love to hear if you bought any of these, made some money, or if you're still holding. I mean, $286.99. I mean, this one's broken. $41.56. This one's commanding some money. $162.50 pre-owned. $250 brand new. Absolutely solid. This is a win, and I just don't think ours is gonna follow it. All right, next up, item number 75160. the U-Wing Microfighter, which is a solid set. $20, $20 there, $10.99 open, $20 brand new, $17.99. 1803, $20 brand new, $26.94, $19.24, $20. Yeah, I like microfighters, but investing in them is just waste of money nowadays, in my opinion. It's just not worth it. But there's going to be a time where we get an insane microfighter and they have to cut production for some odd reason, which could happen. And it's just, you're going to hit that $50 and then it's going to spark everyone to buy all the other microfighters. It's going to happen. All right, next up, item number 30496. This U-Wing polybag, $7, $12.99, $6, $12.99. Yeah, polybags, just I do not invest in. Maybe if there was like a clone trooper or something. For army building, I would consider it. For personal, but you're not gonna make bank with polybags anymore. Just the production levels on regular sets are insane. The polybags double that by 10, 50. There's just so much out there. But hey, you could make potentially money if you score some on sale. All your polybags for $1.50, lump them together. That's how you could make some money. Like, look at this person. They lumped all these polybags, $52.99. I guarantee this person bought them on sale and he's earning some decent cash. There's always a way to make money when you're investing in really anything. So just because I say I don't like it and it's not worth it, doesn't mean there's some potential. Or I should say, doesn't mean there's no potential. All right, last up, item number 911946. The U-Wing polybag, $6.99. It looks old school. $4.53, $9.99, $6.64, $2.60. You would think with something only with, 4 results would be pulling in higher money, but yeah, that's why I don't like polybags. So that's what we got. One absolute solid set, and ours is up there. I think the front part's a little too skinny in comparison to the other one. Could it have some potential? Yeah, but it's gotta be at a great price for me to consider. So, shout out to everyone that watched this video, likes, comments. I truly do appreciate you. I hope you have a great day and a great night. But as always, please do your own research. Have some fun, make some money.
Video is not financial advice. Any statements made are my views and is for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as financial advice. Do your own research before making any financial investments.